The next thing that we have to study in ionic equilibrium is acid-base dissociation constant, and this constant is have a notation of Ka or Kb respectively. This is acid dissociation constant. This is base dissociation constant. So we study dissociation constant in case of weak acids and weak bases only. So let's take an example of weak monoprotic acid. A general monoprotic acid has been written here, Ha. When an aqueous solution is being formed, two ions are formed, H3O positive and A negative. At equilibrium, you have already studied the dissociation constant, that is Kc is equal to ratio of product of concentration of products divided by your reactants. Alright. So when you are taking a case of weak monoprotic acid, so what is happening, the dissociation, the extent of dissociation of weak acid is very small. So the change in concentration of water is very negligible. It can be ignored. So basically what is happening, this concentration of H2O remains constant. It is not changing in a significant manner. So they take the concentration of water as constant, and since this is also constant and you take this concentration of water term to the right hand side, what you can write, concentration of H3O positive into concentration of A negative divided by Ha equal to Kc into concentration of water, and this has been written equal to Ka. So Ka is nothing but equilibrium constant for acids, and it is quantitative measure of strength of an acid in a solution. Alright. Now there is a relation between Ka and strength of the acid. Higher the value of Ka, higher is the strength of acid. Alright. And if we take an example of acetic acid, let's say CH3COH plus water, the dissociation happens as CH3CO negative plus H3O positive. So your Ka is equal to concentration of CH3, CO negative, H3O positive divided by CH3COH. Alright. Now if you consider a weak base B and form an aqueous solution, two ions are being formed, Hb positive, OH negative. At equilibrium, similarly you have an equilibrium constant equal to the ratios of product of concentrations of product and reactants. Again you get a base dissociation constant, and it is equal to Kc into concentration of water. So here also Kb is quantitative measurement of strength of a base in a solution. Alright. So similar relation exists in case of Kb also. Higher the Kb, higher is the strength of base. So this is the relation between the Kb and strength of the base. The next thing is pKa and pKb. It is nothing but another way of expressing the acid-base dissociation constant. So pKa is a negative logarithm of Ka and pKb is negative logarithm of Kb. So now if we see the relation between Ka, pKa and strength of acid. So Ka and strength of acid we have already studied. So let's suppose we have higher the value of Ka, stronger will be your acid. But the relation with pKa is reversed because it is negative logarithm. So higher the value of Ka, smaller will be the value of pKb. And a similar relation exists between Kb, pKb and strength of base. So if you have smaller value of Kb, higher will be the value of pKb and lower will be the strength of base. Alright. So in the first case, I have taken the higher value of Ka, but in the case of Kb, I have taken smaller value. For just for your understanding, if you have smaller value in case of Ka, then the similar relation will exist here also. If you have smaller value of Ka, higher will be the value of Pkb and lower will be the strength of acid. And similarly, if you consider the Kb, higher is the value of Kb, lower will be Pkb, and higher will be the strength of base.